Hi, thank you for submitting questions for my AMA. I'm excited to answer these great questions. So just pulling up my notes. Okay, jumping in. First question. How do you approach competitor analysis during campaign planning, and how does it influence your strategy? That's a great question. I actually do a competitor analysis almost on a daily basis. So I really pay attention to the emails I get from brands I follow. What's their content of the email? What was the title? What's the messaging within the email? What are they posting on social media? What's the message? How often do they post? And I register it in my head and also have notes where I, take notes of the things I like. So when it comes to campaign planning, I pull up those notes. I already have some ideas there, and that's how I try to brainstorm and get fresh ideas for campaign planning. Second question, what methods do you use to test and optimize different elements of a campaign, such as ad creatives, messaging variation, or targeting criteria? It's a great question. I actually recommend, and I hope you're already doing that, basically test on your evergreen campaign. So always test your creative in ads, always test your copy in ads, always test, A/B test your emails. So you already know when it comes to campaign planning, you already know what's working and what's not. So you have a benchmark to already know what would be more optimized, and then continue to optimize during campaign. Whatever you're testing on evergreen, continue to do it on a specific marketing message that you want, and then record it and register it for next year or for your next campaign, so you remember the results you got. Next question is innovative or unconventional campaign tactics that have yielded successful results in the past. It's a great question. So from my experience, it's not only about the effort you put in a specific campaign, but it's also how you are treating your audience on an evergreen basis. So basically make sure that in your evergreen, in the day-to-day, you communicate with your audience, you think about your audience, you listen to your audience, and you basically create a great community. So when comes those campaign moments, you can leverage and get a momentum for your audience to get excited about your brand. One example I recently shared in a blog post is how Majuri approached their last year Black Friday campaign. So if you're interested to learn more, head to my blog on tagmarketingservices.com and see how I basically, just couldn't resist and click on the email and converted because I thought they had a very thoughtful campaign run during Black Friday. Last question for today is, how do you assess the success of your marketing campaigns? I love this question since I love numbers and number oriented. I really make sure that most you need to create very clear goals. So I follow the SMART goals framework. Again, I have it on my blog if you want to read more, but basically it's very specific, measurable, attainable, timely bound goals that you can actually measure them. And then once you set up very clear goals post-campaign, then it's easy to make sure you check if you reach your goals or not, whether it is incremental sales you want to achieve, or you want to increase your follower numbers, or you want to gain more emails. Make sure that what you want to achieve is set as a goal in advance. And post-campaign, make sure you can compare what you had before to what you had after. And if you have incremental, then your campaign was successful. And if you didn't achieve the goal, it's a really great time to deep dive and to understand why your goal was not achieved. I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, via our site, tagmarketingservices.com. And I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks.